Thank you for joining me for The Pathway today. We had a special guest speaker this weekend, a foodie, Margaret Feinberg, who was sharing with us about olives and grapes and olive oil. And I thought it was so interesting to hear her describe how grapes actually need rocky, hard ground to grow in, that it forces their roots to go deeper and stronger. And just what a metaphor that can be for our own lives as God is helping us to grow and to bear fruit in us. But I think even more interesting to me was the olives. So she made a joke about having olives at the Thanksgiving table. Well, we have black olives and green olives. Like, that's absolutely one of the highlights, because those are also the things it's easy to steal just one and eat it before the meal actually starts without getting in trouble. You can't really do that with the turkey. But as we thought about the olives, the way that God has used that as an image for Christ and for his church, I think one of the things that really encouraged me was thinking about how God wants us to taste and see his goodness. And when Jesus came in his earthly ministry, one of the things that we've highlighted on the Pathway Guide this week is how often he would use meals and he would use food to spend time with people, just to get to know them, to let them get to know him. And so I'd encourage you, as you're thinking about that this week, maybe something that Margaret said that stuck with you about God's heart for you or how he wants to help you grow. Take some time with the Pathway. Look at a couple of these questions and maybe specifically dig deeper, number 2, that encourages you to think about some of the meals in Jesus' ministry. Who would he have dinner with if he were here today? Guys like Matthew and his friends. What if he came to dinner at your house like he did with Mary and Martha? What might he have said to Zacchaeus as they sat over that table and Zacchaeus came out a changed man? Whether you share that time with a friend or with family or even with your own study group, just think about the way that God wants you to taste and see that he is good. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.